this whole world there's nobody as lonely as she. There's nowhere to go, there's nowhere that she'd rather be. She's looking for lovers and children playing. She's looking for signs of the spring. She listens for laughter and sounds of dancing, listens for any old thing. Oh, fly away, fly away, fly away. In this whole world there's nobody as lonely as she. There's nowhere to go, there's nowhere that she'd rather be. And all of her days have gone soft and cloudy, all of her dreams have gone dry, all of her nights have gone sad and shady. She's getting ready to fly. Oh, fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. Perhaps love is like a resting place, a shelter from the storm. It exists to give you comfort, it is there to keep you warm. And in those times of trouble, when you are most alone, the memories of love will bring you home. Perhaps love is like a window, perhaps an open door. It invites you to come closer, and it wants to show you more. And even if you lose yourself and don't know what to do, the memories of love will see you through. Oh, love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel. For some a way of living, for some a way to feel. And some say love is holding on, and some say letting go. And some say love is everything, some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of pain, like a fire when it's cold outside, thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memories of love will be of you. Some say love like a fire when it's cold outside, thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memories of love will be of you.
Already, yeah? What time is it now?
All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. Oh, hold on. Wrong tuning.
I had it still so bad.
All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. And already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down. So many times I've played around. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I'll think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I come back, I'll bring you a wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time, let me kiss you, then close your eyes. I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come, when I won't have to live alone. About the times I won't have to say. Oh, kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, baby, I hate to go. almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. Oh, my memories get around her, finest lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. I hear her voice in the morning hours, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Unfinished song.
Please rise and stand as you are able, as we honor the entrance of our graduates. glorious sight. What an incredibly glorious day. You can now be seated. Wow, oh wow. Waiting until 11 o'clock when everybody's awake really makes a big difference in the energy in the crowd. It is so great to have all of you present today. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Colorado Mountain College Roaring Fork Valley Commencement for 2023. My name is Dr. Heather Exby, and it is my pleasure to be the Vice President and Campus Dean here at the Spring Valley and Glenwood campuses. I'd like to take a minute to introduce you to who's up here on the stage with me. Steve Skadron, who is my counterpart, the Vice President and Dean at the Aspen and Carbondale campuses. Gregory Moore, who will be our commencement speaker today. Marianne Virgili, who is the Board of Trustees member for this very area. And Dr. Carrie Besnett-Hauser, the CEO and President of Colorado Mountain College. We have picked a great day for your commencement. Couldn't have asked for a nicer space, could we? It's really a dynamic space where we get to appreciate the lingering of winter as well as that burgeoning part of spring as she tries to push her way through into our world today. For those of you who may not know much about Colorado Mountain College, it is a remarkable place. Built over 60 years ago on the dreams and aspirations of people who were living in these tiny, small, remote towns in these majestic mountains who wanted a way to provide education and opportunities for students in this area. On donated land and through funds contributed by taxpayers, 2 residential campuses were built. This one here at Spring Valley, called the West Campus, and our counterpart in Leadville, called the East Campus. Since that time, in subsequent years, additional campuses have been built in our delivery area, including Aspen, Breckenridge, Carbondale, Dillon, Glenwood Springs, Edwards, Rifle, Steamboat Springs. I mean, this list goes on, right? And most recently, our newest campus in Salida. Today, CMC provides education to nearly 15,000 students over a 12,000 square foot area. That's about the size of the country of Belgium. There are so many wonderful stories to tell about our graduates and their journeys, and you're going to get to hear about some of them today. As you can see in the program, today's graduates are completing short technical certificates in technology, design, and counseling, associate degrees in a very wide array of areas, such as arts and sciences, human and animal healthcare, creative design, photography, as well as bachelor's degrees in education, business, sustainability studies, and leadership. Today's graduating class attended classes during a very dynamic time. We all remember this time, and maybe some of us want to forget it, but the pandemic really did challenge us. Many of you as students took your classes in person, in a classroom. You took them in an online format, sitting in your living room. You also experienced these in sort of a hybrid format, taking these classes remote real time and experiencing what that was like to be connected to your classmates via Zoom. You can see that there is an amazing diversity within this space and a tenacity within our students to have come this far with so many challenges. There are also among you 5 high school seniors who are completing their associate's degree today, weeks before they will graduate from high school. Exactly. There is one among you, Carter Bullard, who is going to attend the Leeds School of Business at the University of Colorado at Boulder in the fall. He loves CMC for its small class size, as well as getting a chance to attend college in the mountains. There's Zoe Billow, who's transferring to Colorado School of Mines in the fall to study environmental engineering. She's graduating with a 3.95 GPA. We also have 2 graduates who are completing some of our very brand new degrees. 2 students completing them in the Associate of Arts in Health Sciences. We have 1 person completing one of our recently approved certificates in Certified Addiction Counseling. Here's an example of Colorado Mountain College and what it can do as a dual mission institution. Jack Spade has already completed certificate in digital marketing and an associate of applied science in professional photography, and today Jax is earning the bachelor's of applied science in leadership and management, all at the same school. And then Deborah K. Billings, who has had a long career in marketing, is returning to the college, and she's increasingly one of the many students who come to the college at a different time in their life to complete an entirely different degree. Deborah is completing professional photography degree here today. And there are many more stories yet to unfold. Graduates, I'd like for you to take a moment to stand, turn around, and face your loving families. Would you please applaud our graduates? Okay, now let's get on with the show. Turn around, look at me, and we're going to get started. You may be seated. One of our many traditions at commencement includes selecting a student to provide the welcome address. It is my pleasure to introduce to you one of your classmates, Amanda Bryan. Amanda was nominated for this address by her faculty here at the college due to her involvement in the Spring Valley campus. Amanda's involvement includes being a resident assistant, Student Government Association Public Relations Coordinator, and a strong and provocative advocate for alcohol and drug education and harm reduction within CMC and the larger community. We are excited to share with Amanda. I'm excited to share that Amanda will be continuing here at the college with a Bachelor of Arts in Human Studies. Welcome, Amanda. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. XB. It is my pleasure to present this year's welcome address on behalf of the 2023 graduating class. And thank you all for letting me present today. And thank you to staff and faculty for helping me get this far. Like, we could not do it without you guys. Can we get a round of applause for them? When I started at Colorado Mountain College, I moved 1,500 miles across the country to a new state, a new town, in the Rocky Mountains, and here into the residence hall at Spring Valley. With barely a month of sobriety behind me, I had absolutely no clue how I would be successful. And honestly, I felt like I was just surviving minute by minute. And I'm sure all of us in this room have had moments where we are just living minute by minute. And when I started here, everything was changing so quickly and so drastically. It was overwhelming and terrifying, but it was also exciting and full of potential and full of possibilities. I chose to embrace the unknown. Today is one of those days for all of us. Today, we graduate, and today, we step into the unknown. As you embrace new challenges, it is good to have something or someone as a guide. It can make all the difference. Finding those people to help you on your path is essential to the journey. And at CMC, I realized very quickly that I wasn't alone, and there were guides all around. I realized I didn't have to be alone anymore, and that I didn't want to be alone anymore. CMC became home for me. Choosing to move across the country and choosing to go to college was risky, but making choices means taking risks. And taking risks, as we all know, is often uncomfortable and challenging. But college is supposed to be challenging, and while that might not always be comfortable, it is how we grow. And if there's one thing I've learned in my time at CMC, it is in that space of uncomfortability where growth happens. College is a time when we are meant to be challenged, taught how to think critically, get pushed to our limits, have tough conversations, and learn how to be better humans. All of these things have been preparing us for what comes next. So what does come next? What's next will be different for all of us. After this, I will be continuing on with a bachelor's degree here, but after that, I don't know what life has in store for me, and I'm okay with that. It is okay to not know what comes next. We have the choice to just do the next right thing and see where that leads us. We are the main characters in our own lives. So make tough choices, try different things, take advantage of all of the opportunities ahead of us. Be the main character. None of us are the same as when we first stepped foot on this campus, and I'm grateful for that. We've gotten to watch each other grow. And today, none of us are graduating by ourselves. We are here because of our community and the people that have supported us. And it's hard to find the words for how grateful I am for everyone that has been with me along this truly wild ride. Many of us are here because of the help and support of others, the community that we have built. These individuals have encouraged us, have listened to us, have valued our opinions, and have sometimes told us things that we didn't want to hear, but we needed to hear. An assignment that I've been asked to do in multiple classes is taking an inventory of the people in my life who are my community. And this list has been consistent every time I have done it. Johann Auberger, Kirsten Cameron, Alicia Mays, Lori Corwin, and Dave Shimovitz. I would not be standing up here today if it was not for you five. So thank you. Now we have one last homework assignment. I know, don't hate me. Find and acknowledge those people in your life who have stayed in your corner through all of the ups and downs. Hold on to them, learn from them, and be vulnerable with them, and appreciate them. This is your community. So as we take this next step forward, whether that be onto another degree, starting a new career, applying for a new position, or whatever your path may be, embrace it. Embrace the good, and, in the infamous words of Brene Brown, embrace the suck. Just take it all in, the good and the bad. While we all have different paths, one choice that we all have in common is that we have chosen to embrace our education and to make this goal a reality. Today, we celebrate that choice. Today, that choice has led us here together. Today, as a community, we graduate. Congratulations, class of 2023. Embrace today with your community.
I personally think it says a lot when your entire faculty give a standing ovation to your student commencement speaker. That's pretty amazing, so congratulations. Thank you, Amanda. It's been fun to watch your journey. So I'm Carrie Hauser. I'm, for the past 10 years, have had the opportunity and the sincere honor to serve as your president and CEO of Colorado Mountain College. And this is simply my favorite day of the year. I love this. Well, a couple of days of the year because we've got lots of these going on, but you get the idea. When our amazing students complete your educational journeys, whatever they might be, and you make your way across the stage in whatever form that is to receive your diplomas. You come from all walks of life, all backgrounds, ages, and stories, and you will earn a range of credentials from specialized certificates to associate and bachelor's degrees, as Dr. Exby mentioned, reflecting CMC's dual mission and unique approach to serving our students and mountain economies. Many of you will stay in our beloved mountain communities, making them even better than they are today. And others of you will spread out across the country. Regardless, you have one more tool in your toolbox, and that is a credential or degree from Colorado Mountain College, or I should say a credential and/or degree from Colorado Mountain College, because I know several of you are getting several today. So just know how proud we all are at CMC of you and how grateful we are of your circles of support who are all around this room and online watching you from great distances. So we certainly recognize you did not do this alone. So I am very pleased today to introduce you to your keynote speaker. I said to Greg, he has a tough act to follow. I wouldn't, well, I am going after Amanda. So you can say that he's going to have an easier time because he's coming after me and not Amanda, right? So his background is so suited for this particular ceremony, given the Isaacson School for Communication Arts and Media is mostly hubbed here at this campus and in the Roaring Fork Valley. But whether you're a storyteller, photographer, outdoor industry leader, sustainability or ecosystem scientist, a veterinarian technologist, educators, or other degree holders today, Greg, in my view, is the perfect commencement speaker at the perfect time. And I'm pleased to introduce him to you. And part of the reason I say that is in this age that we're all hearing about artificial intelligence and we're bombarded with social media, and sometimes we just don't know what's factual or true. Whatever your degree program is and whatever you do, this is going to be the greatest challenge that lies ahead of us, right? What's factual? What's true? What's honest? What's been researched? Where does that research come from? And Greg's background really reflects all of that. So Greg Moore is the executive editor of the Expert Press, a Canada-based agency that works with CEOs and other top executives to create expert commentary published across the country. Previously, he was the editor-in-chief of a little paper called the Denver Post from 2002 to 2016, during which time the newspaper won 4 consecutive Pulitzer Prizes, including for coverage of the tragic Aurora Theater shooting in 2012. He was on the board of the American Society of Newspaper Editors and was a member and former chair of the Pulitzer Prize board. Before joining the Denver Post, Greg had been managing editor of the Boston Globe, another little paper out there, where he worked for 16 years. He's a trustee of the University of Denver, the Betcher Foundation, whose CEO, Katie Kramer, I think is in the room, was our commencement speaker last night in Rifle, and chairman of Polaris, the Washington, D.C.-based anti-human trafficking organization. Greg is a native of Cleveland, Ohio, and graduated from Ohio Wesleyan, where he earned a BA in journalism and political science. He's the father of 3. He lives in Golden with his beautiful wife, who's sitting right over here, Nina Henderson Moore. So I please welcome Greg Moore.
Good morning. First, I want to thank your president, Dr. Carrie Hauser, for inviting me to speak this morning. I met her just last year doing a retreat in Steamboat Springs, and I had the pleasure of her and her husband's company at dinner. And we talked about a great many things, but one of them was this amazing college system that graces our mountain communities, and which she is so passionate about. I had never heard of Colorado Mountain College, but I was so impressed that I told her I'd be happy to be a commencement speaker one day. I just didn't expect it to come this soon. But I'm grateful to now have visited both the Steamboat and the Glenwood campuses, and all I can say is wow. I was over at the Isaacson Center for a quick tour, and I told her that the facilities and the equipment over there are as good as any I've seen, better than even Harvard University, where my daughter attends, and she's a film major. So you should be proud of the facilities and opportunities that you have here. And to Amanda, what a wonderful job. As far as I'm concerned, we should just stop right there when it comes to a speaker. Really good job. I also want to acknowledge the administration and faculty, staff, members of the Board of Trustees, parents, family, friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2023. As I look out, your faces remind me of my own from so many years ago on this day. It's that expected look that begs the question, what's next? The answer is simple, really. It's whatever you decide to make happen. My advice to you is to not overthink this, but dream big, be confident, and be intentional about what you do. Now, I know a little bit about you. Some of you are first-gen students. Some of you represent the diversity of our culture, which we value so much. Some of you are building your own careers. Some of you are changing careers. And some of you are just trying to change the trajectory of your lives. And I was a bit of all those things back in the day. My dream was to break the cycle of poverty and dead-end jobs that so many people I knew in Cleveland were trapped in. My father had a second-grade education and was destined to work in the fields of the Deep South. But he broke those bonds and ventured north to make a life and a family. But those opportunities were limited for a black man in the 1950s. And so he did manual labor in the steel mills. Honest work, to be sure. I never denigrated what he did. In fact, I learned the value of hard work from him and doing things you might not necessarily like to do to make ends meet. But I also learned really early on that I wanted to have more choices like you. Very soon I concluded the factory was not the life that I wanted. I did not appreciate the sweat and the sawdust. Now, I got a few breaks, and I became the first in my family to go to college, but it was a close call. I had no role models to depend on about the college experience. I didn't even apply to a single college. I was one of those students who thought that you applied to college after you graduated from high school. But a counselor advocated for me with the admissions director that she knew at a small liberal arts college in Ohio called Ohio Wesleyan University. And he helped me get enrolled even after admissions had closed. You need breaks like that. You need breaks like that. You need to appreciate them, and you need to thank people for making ways for you, even when you don't know what you don't know. It's a very unusual path to college, but today there are plenty unconventional paths to get degrees and credentials, and you represent that. I'm grateful to those two people who helped change my life. College exposed me to a different way to live and to dream great dreams. I suspect that's what CMC has done for you. At Ohio Wesleyan, I fell in love with journalism. I wanted to run newspapers as a person of color and to change how my community was covered. I didn't want to be on the outside complaining. I wanted to make a difference, and I wanted the power and the responsibility that came with it. And that means taking risk, as Amanda said. Over a 40-year career, starting at the bottom of my profession and working my way up through weekends and writing obituaries, I learned the ropes as a politics reporter, and I decided I wanted to climb the editing ranks. I became an editor at my hometown newspaper when I was just 28 years old. And then I decided to take another risk and go to the Boston Globe, a highly respected newspaper in the biggest city I had ever lived in. And I'm not kidding you. I was so stressed out early on that I lost 25 pounds in the first 2 months I was there. I had to overcome imposter syndrome, but I rose through the ranks, holding every major job in local news, to become the paper's first black managing editor, the #2 leader in the newsroom by the time I was 39. Thank you. In 2002, I became the editor-in-chief of the Denver Post, taking that newspaper to new heights and winning Pulitzer Prizes along the way. But it all happened because I had goals, I took risks, I wanted to make a difference, and I adopted great mentors. And the emphasis is adopt, okay? Mentors don't pick you, you pick them. Yeah, right? I've paid that good fortune forward by mentoring other journalists, many of whom became editors in their own right, many young people of every stripe, and by doing community service. I was indebted to my college, and I was determined to make Ohio Wesleyan proud of me. I served on the Board of Trustees and was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Not bad for a person who almost didn't get into college, but that tells you that anything is possible. And obviously you believe that too, or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have invested what you have to get to this moment. The director Woody Allen once said showing up is 80% of success. I would flip that and suggest that 20% of life is getting out of bed and having the strength to face whatever comes. Lots of people can't even do that. But the other 80% is about the choices you make, how you live your life, and it is better when you do it with dignity, integrity, supreme effort, and compassion. But living a righteous life is not just about making the most of your opportunity, no matter what you decide to do career-wise. It's also about what you do to make the future better for others and what you give back. Your opportunities will be bountiful, and I know that you will seize them as you have your certificates and degrees today. But the challenges of your time loom large, and no matter where you are, no matter what you do, you can't escape them, and nor should you want to. I know many of you think you came here to figure out a career, to build on one, or to change the one that you had. But I also hope that you've been inspired to leave your stamp on the world, to contribute something bigger than your own self-interest. The challenges of these times are existential. Threats to our environment, other species, even the planet itself. We are not safe from gun violence in any public space. Homelessness and drugs are destroying lives and communities all across America. And prejudice, xenophobia, war, and inequality remain to be confronted. On top of that, artificial intelligence is changing our sense of place in the world, and it's happening at warp speed. It will take a lot of energy and work to meet these challenges. But first, and maybe most important, you will have to change our politics so that we can focus on solving these and other problems facing the American people. It is long past the time for the GI generation and the baby boomers to exit the stage so that you can take your rightful place in the arena. You may have to nudge us aside, okay? But go we must, and everything springs from that. Second, you must engage and be willing to sacrifice something personally important to you: time, money, sometimes even your own personal well-being, to wrestle these wicked problems to the ground. Commit to public service or use your resources for important public causes. Neither is incompatible with your career pursuits. And finally, the fears surrounding the emergence of artificial intelligence, I think you have to commit to getting even smarter than you are right now. Figure out what you can do that AI can't, right? Understand what makes, and this is important, understand what makes being human unique, and accept the fact that you can't stop learning. Living in the mountains doesn't isolate you from these challenges. The experts tell us that the half-life of any skill that you have today is about 5 years, meaning 5 years from now, you will have to learn a new set of skills to remain relevant. That pace will likely accelerate, and it will require you to learn everything you can about this new technology, how to coexist with it, and still bring value to the table. It will take collaboration, greater analytical abilities, and a super emphasis on creativity. And you will have to take responsibility for your own growth and development. So just remember, no matter how much success you have in your careers, also do something to make your community, your state, your nation, and the world a better place. That's what CMC is trying to teach you, in addition to how to earn that cap and gown you're wearing at this moment. So do something big, and not just for yourself. That's my dream for you too. So celebrate today, you deserve it, but tomorrow, embrace what's next with determination to meet the challenges of our times. It's your turn. Congratulations, Godspeed to the class of 2023. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. I get the fun stuff. I get to present a couple awards with some help from my friends. I am Dr. Lisa Runk, the Associate Dean of Student Affairs of the Spring Valley and Glenwood Springs campuses, and I am honored to present these awards today. Today we are acknowledging an outstanding associate's degree graduate and an outstanding bachelor's degree graduate. Our outstanding associate's degree graduate award is named after David Allen. David Allen was a CMC graduate who pursued his education with vigor despite a debilitating head injury. He inspired others to live with passion and to make the impossible possible. This award honors that spirit, and we recognize students in his name for one or more of the following: academic excellence, overcoming obstacles, and contributions to the campus community. This year's recipient was nominated by Kirsten Cameron, Trio SS Coordinator, who will present the award to this recipient. And it gives me great pleasure to share with you that the David Allen Outstanding Student Award goes to Halen Ford. Please come down. Halen is receiving this award because of her academic excellence and relentless perseverance to complete her educational goals. Halen is described by Kirsten as kind, compassionate, intelligent, funny, and a fighter. Kirsten continues with, perseverance and determination only begin to describe Halen's inner strength and commitment to her learning, like so many of you here today. Halen will be applying to nursing programs, including CMCs, next year. Halen's desire to work in the field of nursing stems from her personal experiences and wanting to help those in need. In fact, Halen has begun to actualize her dreams of becoming a nurse as a certified nursing assistant at the VA Home and Rifle. True work. It is likely that Halen will be an amazing nurse, as she has been working on her skills since childhood, when Halen would stitch up and nurse her stuffed animals back to health after her brother may or may not have destroyed them. Halen, we are so excited to see what the future holds for you, and congratulations. The outstanding graduating bachelor student was nominated by elementary education faculty and staff, Elliot Tankersley and Dr. Leticia Bourbano de Lara, who will present this award. Give her a second to get down here. Okay. This year's award recipient is elementary education graduate, Elizabeth Para. Elizabeth has earned this award because of her academic excellence, contributions to the CMC and greater community, as well as overcoming numerous barriers to actualizing her dream of becoming a teacher. To accomplish this dream, Elizabeth has raised 3 children on her own while being a full-time elementary education student. As a mother and full-time student, Elizabeth juggled her classes and practicum hours to work as a substitute teacher to help pay the bills. As a mother, student, and substitute teacher, Elizabeth has also been an active member of MALCS, Mujeres Activas en Letras y Cambio Social, a professional organization that values and recognizes the multiple and ongoing contributions of Chicana, Latina, and Native American, Indigena women and gender nonconforming academics, students, and activists. Dr. Bourbano de Laura shares, throughout her time at CMC, Elizabeth has demonstrated perseverance, resiliency, reflective thinking, and cultural humility to continue learning, teaching, and building relationships with her students. Elizabeth's skills as an educator are being recognized statewide as well as nationally. Elizabeth will be honored later this month by the Colorado Department of Higher Education as she will receive the Future Teacher Honor Roll Award. Right. Just a little bit more about Elizabeth. Additionally, she will be traveling to a MALCS conference as a participant and presenter at the University of California, Davis. Thank you, Elizabeth, for all that you have contributed to our community and our valley.
Will all graduates wearing cords and stoles please stand and face the audience? The graduating class of 2023 includes students who are first to attend and graduate college, students who are parents, students with disabilities, academic honor students, students who are active military or veterans, students who identify as queer and LGBTQ+, and students who are from culturally and ethnically diverse backgrounds, including Native American, Hispanic, Latino, and African American. These distinctions are presented by the collection of cords and stoles, which are selected and worn by our students to represent their culture, identity, and achievements. Graduates wearing gold cords have earned a 3.5 or higher cumulative grade point average. Graduates wearing gold stoles are members of the Phi Theta Kappa International Academic Honors. Please join me in celebration and recognition of our graduates and their achievements. Congratulations. And then the script says you may be seated. So, Heather?
Steve? Just as we recognize students and their achievements, we want to acknowledge the 8 faculty and staff who were nominated and selected by their students and their peers for their contributions. Steve?
Heather and I are pleased to announce the Faculty and Staff of the Year selections for the Aspen, Carbondale, Glenwood Springs, and Spring Valley campuses. When we announce your name, please stand. All right, from the Aspen and Carbondale campuses, the Faculty of the Year recipient is Dr. Tom Bush, and I know Tom is with us today. Where's Tom? The Aspen and Carbondale adjunct faculty, and she can't be with us today, but I want to recognize her anyway, is Denise Moss. And Denise teaches a whole number of classes. So Denise Moss is our adjunct faculty of the year. I just want to give a brief recognition to our staff, our full-time staff and part-time staff recipients as well. Our full-time staff of the year is Maria Graciani, and she works our front desk down at Carbondale. Maria can't be with us because I told her she had to stay at her desk and work today. So. but she does a remarkable job engaging with the community and guiding students. So thank you, Maria. And also to Deb Strom, who's our part-time Staff of the Year. Deb works alongside Maria and handles our Carbondale front desk. And congratulations to Deb and Maria.
So from the Spring Valley and Glenwood campuses, I'm pleased to let you know that our recipient of the year for the full-time faculty of the year is education professor Dr. Leticia Burbano de Lara. Our adjunct faculty of the year is our history and political science faculty, Rebecca Musselman. Becky? Most of our adjunct faculty work other full-time jobs, and oftentimes they're doing that in addition to the wonderful gifts that they give as instructors in our classrooms. For the Spring Valley and Glenwood campus, our full-time staff of the year is proud to tell you, is our Associate Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Lisa Runk. And last but certainly not least, we have one of these wonderful, unique situations that feels like it only happens at Colorado Mountain College. Our part-time staff of the year is also one of our graduates today. So Jessica Beltran, you are our part-time staff of the year.
Okay, we have two more acknowledgments before we get to all of you. And we also know that these folks helped you get where you are today, right? So bear with me one more time. And I don't think he introduced himself. That was Steve Skadron, who's our leader in Aspen and Carbondale. So make sure you know who was talking to you. So speaking of significant roles, we want to take a moment to recognize the faculty and staff who are retiring this year after decades of service to Colorado Mountain College. And I know he would not like me to do this because he always says that commencement is about our students and he does not want any spotlight taken off of him. And I'm going to ask for him to come to the front of the room and stand, and I know that's going to be just awful for him. But Tom Bush, would you please come up here with your faculty colleagues? I might not need to say anything else. I think that says it all. Hang on one second, Tom. So today we realize how time flies. Dr. Tom Bush, Professor of Arts and Humanities, retires this month after 32 years of service to Colorado Mountain College. Since 1991, Tom has taught hundreds of philosophy, communication, literature, and history classes with titles like Intro to Film Art, Greek Mythology, and World Literature to 1600. A semester does not end without somebody raving about the class they're taking with Tom. So fun, great teacher. Tom makes us feel whole, comfortable, and happy, students say. And I'll bet you there are community members in the room that have taken some of Tom's classes. And I always tease him that they come back and say, I'm taking Tom's class again. I'm taking Tom's class again. And I think he's either the most amazing faculty ever, or you didn't get the material the first time. And I think it's certainly the former. Tom prepares diligently, greets students by name, and treats you like a friend. His classes are more than informative and educational because he takes his course material to another level. Like his music appreciation class, where he made the music tent at the Aspen Music Festival a real-time classroom. There he helps students learn how to analyze, take on new ways of thinking, and look for different perspectives. And just like Beethoven, Tom used the power of music to convey a philosophy of life, and that is to have fun. A former faculty of the year, probably several times over, a favorite of campus staff, and the kind professor who doesn't mind eating Oreos in class. And I don't know how he does it and stays so slim, but Tom's diet of Oreos and Cheetos and Fanta, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. Tom's 32 years at CMC, and we celebrate the legacy of knowledge, consistency, and commitment to the liberal arts. Tom, you are a teacher, you're a counselor, you're a mentor, you're a great friend, and you have touched this entire community, and I am so proud to know you, and all of us as well. Congratulations. And thank you for humoring us and coming to the front of the room. I knew he wouldn't want to do that, so. Okay, the other recognition that we want to give is to Dr. Heather Exby. Dr. Heather Exby is the campus vice president and dean of the Spring Valley and Glenwood Center campuses, and she will be retiring after a combined 17 years of service to Colorado Mountain College, with the last 8 years serving as campus vice president and dean here, and you have heard her today. So I'm going to pause there for a moment and hoop and holler. And this is her final commencement season too, so I know it is bittersweet for her. Since returning to Colorado Mountain College after her first post here, she went back out west for a little bit and came back, knew it was pretty good here. Heather's overseeing the physical transformation of this campus while ensuring that our Glenwood Center on Blake Avenue remains a hub for community programs and nonprofit organizations. Heather's leadership has been described by the faculty and staff as student-centered, innovative, and focused on fostering communities that embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion. As a student herself and teacher of Our Community Listens, Heather has practiced and modeled to the CMC family the importance of caring for others and ensuring that everyone matters in our daily interactions, regardless of our roles. Heather's experienced challenges that would stretch any leader to their limits. A pandemic that forced us to convert classroom learning to a virtual platform, 2 major wildfires that threatened this campus, mudslides on I-70 closures that cut off travel and commerce to this valley, loss in her own personal life, and many other examples. During these challenging times and throughout her tenure at CMC, students, faculty, and staff have always been the center of Heather's decision-making. And as I reflect on Heather's retirement and contributions, she's created a legacy of positive impact for our students, for the campus, for the college, and for our communities. A legacy where everyone matters, where we are encouraged to take care of each other, and a legacy of hope. Many individuals of our campuses who create such a positive and enduring impact become recipients of awards, and Heather is learning about one right now because this wasn't in the master script. So it gives me great pleasure today, on behalf of her colleagues and all of you. Heather was overwhelmingly nominated by her faculty and staff colleagues this year to be the recipient of the campus's Legacy Award. So we will celebrate this award on campus with all of her colleagues next week. But we wanted to announce it here. There is a beautiful bouquet of flowers that's on the stage for Heather as well. And there will be lots of celebrations, fun, laughter next week as the faculty and staff celebrate all together, the commencement of their own year in serving all of you in the campus. So I want to thank and congratulate Heather. And now we'll get back to you. Thank you.
Okay. That was not planned, and it's really messing up my eye makeup. So this is not, as Tom Bush likes to say, about me, and it's not about us. It's about you. And so we've done a lot of talking right now, but now it's going to be your turn. Graduates, you have the opportunity to briefly pause at the microphone as you walk across the stage and share with us your future plans for work or education, or to share a few words of appreciation for the many people who have helped you succeed. So graduates, will you please follow your faculty marshals as they signal to line you up and do as you're directed for one last time. When your name is called, please step onto the stage, share your thanks here at the microphone, and then you'll receive your diploma as you walk across the stage.
Receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Education, Sam Frankel.
I would like to thank God and my friends and family for supporting me. Thank you.
Receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Education, Elizabeth Parra.
Thank you to my family and my CMC family as well. Thanks for never giving up on me.
Receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Education, Saira Alejandra Mendez.
Quiero agradecer a mis papás, que sin ellos no estaría aquí, también a mi familia, a mis amigos y todo CMC community as well. Thank you.
Receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Education, Giselle Yesenia Garcia.
I just want to thank my family. I love you.
Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Sarah Popish.
This is dedicated to those that inspired me, my family, and my teachers, all the way from kindergarten, all the way up to this moment. Thank you.
Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Annalise Renee Sherman.
I'd like to thank my family and friends for their endless love and support. Thank you.
Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Andrea Kuskinska.
Би сакала да се заблагодарам на моите родители кои што ме следат во живо од Македонија. Не би била ни пола човек од ова што сум сега. Фала.
Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Erica Yvette Arias Gomez.
Primeramente quiero darle gracias a Dios que gracias a Él estoy aquí. Quiero agradecer a mis padres que por todo su esfuerzo que me han dado y todo el apoyo. No estuviera aquí si no fuera por ustedes. Gracias. And I want to thank my advisor, Andrea Caruso, who's been there with me since high school. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. Thank you.
Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and a minor in Marketing, Joanne Marie Serdanola.
Thank you to everyone at CMC for making this happen, and thank you to my family and friends. I love you.
Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Katie Peñalosa Ramirez.
Muchas gracias a mi papá y a mi mamá por todo el apoyo. I love you guys.
Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Damon Snyder.
I just want to say thank you to all my family and friends out there, and if you ain't first, you're last.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Graphic Design and a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Torrance J. Snyder.
I would like to thank my mom for inspiring me to do what I did and my dad for helping and supporting me throughout the experience.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management and a Certificate of Proficiency in Digital Media, Jax Spade.
I just want to say thank you to my parents and my friends who helped make this happen.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Jessica Beltran.
I'm too short for this, but I want to say thank you to my mom who supported me through everything, and for my father, que llegó sin nada pero me dio todo. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I love you guys through it all.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Dale Douglas Kirkpatrick Pistol.
I'm so deeply appreciative of the wonderful teachers I've had here, and I'm psyched that I was able to get through this without any debt. So.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Clifford James Pringle Clarkson III.
From changing diapers to helping with homework, Mom and Dad, thank you very much for your help.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Isabel Roberts.
Been waiting for this moment since I was 12 years old, so this is crazy for me. Oh, I just want to say thank you to my little sister and my little brother and my mom and dad. Hard things are possible, and I just want to let you know that. And thank you to my friends and family who are watching on the live stream. I miss you guys, I love you guys, and thank you so much.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management and an Associate of Applied Science in Accounting, Kylie Walker.
I just want to say thank you to my friends and family and faculty that have helped me make it to this major milestone. Thank you so much.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Victoria Ellers.
I want to thank everybody who's been putting up with my slipless attitude, and especially my husband and my kids.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management and an Associate of Arts in Business, Monica Vetter.
I just want to say thank you to staff and all my friends and family, and for my family in Montrose that weren't able to make it. Wish you guys were here. We did it.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Faride Rodriguez.
Gracias a mis papás, es para ustedes. Adrián y Gerardo, I love you guys.
Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Science in Leadership and Management, Andrea Campos.
Quiero agradecer a mi familia, a mis amigos, pero más a mi equipo, Benji, Nani, Sarita, Mateo, Horacio. Thank you.
Receiving an Associate of Arts, Caleb Bartlett.
Thank you to everyone who showed up. We are so glad you are here. Thank you to the faculty and the staff and the board members. Thank you to my wonderful family whom I love, and I'm so glad you're here. And graduates, congratulations. Well done. We're proud of you. The best is yet to come.
Receiving an Associate of Arts, Rebecca Rubio Salazar.
Quiero agradecer a mis padres y toda mi familia. Gracias.
Receiving an Associate of Arts, Adrian Morales.
Muchas gracias a mi familia por apoyarme. And thank you to the CMC faculty for making this happen.
Receiving an Associate of Arts, Joseph Torres.
Just wanted to say thanks to everyone here at CMC for all the support. I want to say thank you to my parents. Muchas gracias. Los quiero mucho.
Receiving an Associate of Arts and a Certificate of Proficiency in Advanced Theater Events, Alexis Rehorst.
I want to say thank you to my parents and all my friends for making college fun.
Receiving an Associate of Arts, Amanda Bryan.
Thank you to everyone that showed up here today for me, here and on the live stream. And an extra thank you to Johan for being the first person here to just truly see me and meet me exactly where I was at, and continue to do that every day. I would not have made it this far without that.
Receiving an Associate of Arts and a Certificate of Proficiency in Theater Arts, Wyatt Henry Alexander Tolk.
I would like to just thank my family and my friends for dealing with all of this. Otherwise, yeah, congratulations.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Business, Adrian Rascon.
Primeramente, quisiera agradecer a Dios por darme las fuerzas y la inteligencia por estar aquí, y luego a mis papás, a mis hermanos, y a esa gente que estimo mucho, and of course the CMC faculty for helping me be here. Thank you.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Business, Carter Julian Bollert.
It's seriously been such a blessing being here. I love the community, I love all the professors, and it's been the best 2 years of my life. Thank you so much.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Business, Jerry Martinez.
I want to thank CMC faculty and staff and community members for really making this institution that serves our mountain communities. Y le quiero agradecer a mi familia por ayudarme y mis amigos. Thank you.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Business, Caitlin Petz.
I just want to thank my mom and dad for everything that they've done for me and all of their help and support. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. And I want to thank my guidance counselor, Corey, and Professor Stepp for helping me with my roadmap for getting my bachelor's.
Receiving an Associate of Arts, a Certificate of Proficiency in Assistant Teacher, and a Certificate of Proficiency Teacher Early Childhood Education, Caitlin Pitko.
I just want to say thank you to my family for the huge amount of support this entire time, and thank you to all my friends for making this experience so special.
Receiving an Associate of Arts, Ursula Laura.
I just want to say thank you, CMC, for giving me a second chance. It's never too late to come back.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Business, Julia Kaylin Speedy.
I just want to thank my family, friends, teachers, and fellow students for all of their support.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Health Science, Halen Ford.
I want to thank my mom and dad for being the lighthouse in the storm.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Outdoor Education, Onyx Degataga.
My heart is absolutely exploding at the seams with just so much pride for all of us in the graduating class of 2023. I'm so proud of all of us for persevering and getting to this place. And I'd like to thank our CMC family over here for allowing us to get to this point.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Outdoor Education, Erica Robin Savard.
Thanks to my friends and family in this community, and thanks for Johan for putting up with me.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Philosophy, Mandolin Sturgeon.
Thank you to my friends and family for supporting me, my counselor for guiding me, and my professors for shaping me. Thank you.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Psychology, Selena Huerta.
I'd like to thank my dad and Cesar, Isaiah, Ayla, and Marie for being my biggest supporters and motivators. I love you.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Psychology, Veronica Mitchell.
Thanks to my family here, my family in Peru, my friends, and the faculty. Thanks.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Psychology, Lotte Wittenberg.
I'd like to thank my family, and a special thanks goes out to Dave Shimovitz as well as Caitlin Winter and the CMC faculty. Thank you very much.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Social Work, Cassandra Cardenas.
Muchas gracias a mi familia por su apoyo. Los quiero mucho.
Receiving an Associate of Arts in Social Work, Fatima Adali Rosa.
Le quiero dar gracias a Dios y a mi familia por todo el apoyo que me han dado.
Receiving an Associate of Arts and an Associate of Science, Jennifer Rios.
Yo quiero agradecer a toda mi familia por todo el amor y apoyo que me brindan en todos los aspectos de mi vida, pero especialmente quiero agradecer a mi mamá. Gracias, mami, por creer en mí, incluso cuando yo no creía en mí misma, por apoyarme en todo, por más absurdo que sea, y por todos tus sacrificios de los que sé y de los que quizás nunca sabré. Mi mayor anhelo siempre será convertirme en tan solo una fracción de la mujer que tú eres.
Receiving an Associate of Science, Aaron Spotts.
This one goes out to my high school chemistry teacher who thought I wasn't any good at it. Mr. Johnson, I didn't invite you to this one, but you're welcome to come when I get my PhD.
Receiving an Associate of Science, Bailey Burton.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported me. I'll be continuing on to CU Boulder to get my bachelor's in aerospace engineering.
Receiving an Associate of Science, Marcus Winton.
I just wanted to thank my friends and family that supported me through this journey and will undoubtedly support me through the next, as well as the people at CMC running the dual enrollment program that allowed me to attend. Thank you.
Receiving an Associate of Science, Hunter A. Brown.
Well, I was going to mic drop, but this looks really fancy, so I'm not going to do that. But thank you to my mom and dad, obviously, for putting up with all the stress that I put them through with the degree and stuff like that. Thank you to all my friends for all the support, and of course, thank you to the faculty for teaching us all we need to know. Thank you, guys. Congratulations, guys.
Receiving an Associate of Science, Sarah Fremel.
I'd like to thank my family, and I'll be continuing on to Texas State University to get my bachelor's in business and marketing.
Receiving an Associate of Science in Environmental Science, Zoe Bilo.
I'd like to thank my friends and family for all the support, as well as everybody here at CMC for getting me through this chapter of my life.
Receiving an Associate of Science in Psychology, Nathan Drew.
I'd like to thank my parents and Jason. If I named every single thing I was thankful for from you guys, I'd be here all day. And I'd like to thank all of the faculty, and especially Dr. Taylor, for putting up with what must have seemed like an endless stream of questions.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Accounting, Sylvia Ochoa.
I want to thank all my family, my friends, and my coworkers for supporting me. Thank you.
Receiving an Associate of General Studies, Gabriela Yoretzi Vargas Zacarias.
Le quiero agradecer a mis papis, and I'll be going to nursing school this fall at Spring Valley.
Receiving an Associate of General Studies, Viridiana Aragon.
Quiero darle gracias a mis papás, a mis abuelitos, a mi novio y a mis amigos. Muchas gracias.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Criminal Justice, Evelyn Gonzalez.
Le quiero agradecer a mis padres, a mi hermana, a su novio, a mi novio y todos también los de México que no pueden estar aquí. Muchas gracias y también a esta clase. ¡Lo hicimos!
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Digital Media, Callie Moreland.
I just want to thank everyone who has come, gone, and stayed in my life during my time at CMC. I love all y'all.
Receiving an Associate of Arts and a Certificate of Proficiency in Early Childhood Education, Rishma Buchanan.
Thank you. I initially was going to walk past, but I want to shout out to my family. Thank you so much for supporting me.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Graphic Design, Landry Leanne Reese.
I just want to thank my family for their never-ending love and support, and my friends for making this such a memorable and amazing experience here at CMC. Thank you.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Graphic Design, Juliana Garcia.
Les quiero agradecer a mi familia, a mis amigos por estar conmigo hoy, pero específicamente a mis papás que me han dado tanto amor y me han apoyado en todas mis locuras. Gracias.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Graphic Design, Luke Tyler Langen. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Graphic Design, Chelsea Nicole Van Horn.
Thanks, Mom and Dad, for never failing to show or express your pride in me, and for my family for all the love and support.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Information Technology and certificates of proficiency in A+, Cisco, Cybersecurity, Network Plus, Server Plus, John Roush.
Hi, Mom. And Wyatt, and I think Bree was back there? Anyway, I'm lucky to be here, and just thank you.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science, Paralegal, Aaron Tolbert.
I want to thank my family for supporting and helping me.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Information Technology, Julian Carpenter.
I want to say thank you to my family, and pour toi, maman, je t'aime et on se voit bientôt.
Receiving an Associate of Science, Susan Lizeth Pacheco Moreno.
Quiero agradecer primeramente a Dios, mi papá, mi mamá, mi hermana Luz, mi hermano Mario y toda mi familia que me está viendo desde Acapulco, Guerrero, México. Gracias.
Receiving a Certificate of Proficiency in Information Technology and A+, Luke Anderson.
I say thank you to my family for everything.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Tristan Dale Vansel.
Here's to more time to play some more golf.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Preston Roberts.
I'm going fishing.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Soren Marina Brockway.
Everyone say cheese. Amazing.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Fisher Smith.
Thank you to my friends, thank you to my family. The photography program is a really cool one.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Brianna Jane Lance.
I just want to thank my family and friends for supporting me, and a special shout out to Seth, Derek, and Joseph for putting up with me and still pushing me, so thank you so much.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Marita Francis Sanchez.
I just want to thank Seth, Derek, and Joseph, and all of the other photo majors that have pushed me past my limits these past 2 years and made this a very memorable experience, and to CMC for bringing me some of the greatest community, friends, and family that I could have asked for during this transition period.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Nicole Vare.
I'd just like to thank my friends and family for helping me through this journey, and specifically Derek, Seth, and Joseph to pushing me to be a better person.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Chelsea Janet Martinez. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Professional Photography, Deborah K. Billings.
Thank you so much to my friends and family for following me through my crazy little journey. Derek, Joseph, and Seth, sorry for always the questions.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Morgan Elizabeth Walker.
Thank you to all of my friends and family, all of the vet tech faculty and staff, and the good Lord above for all the love and support over these years. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for y'all.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science, Veterinary Technology, Holly Brianne Mason. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Anna Grace Marchini.
Thank you to my friends and family for their incredible support, and a big thank you to a vet tech member who is a teacher, tutor, and mentor, Louisa Morrissey.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Josephine Maida Deckler.
Thank you to all my family and friends and everybody at the vet tech facility.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Erica Lynn Sauersig.
Thank you to my family, friends, and my fiance for pushing me to pursue my dreams. And thank you to the wonderful faculty and staff at the Vet Tech Farm for an amazing 2 years.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Megan Elam. Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Emigdio Ramirez Rosales.
Mom, Dad, gracias por todo. We made it. For the Crazy Sisters and for Louisa.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Cheyenne Breeze Parker.
Thank you to my wonderful family that's here tonight. I love you guys, and a special shout out to Dr. Z. This year was really hard for me, and I don't know what I would have done without you. I'm so glad you had an office that I could cry in every single day. And then also a special shout out to Jen Brennan, wherever she went. She has been my counselor, my best friend for the past 4 years. I wouldn't have done any of this without her. Thank you guys.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Cecilia Ann Gilbert.
Thank you to the veterinary technology staff across the road for giving us all the information we'll need to succeed in the veterinary field. And thank you to my parents, my family. My parents have made everything possible and given me all the tools to do this, so thank you.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Ashley Rose Verrett.
I'd just like to thank my friends, my family, and the Vet Tech faculty who have supported and inspired me. And I want to remind my family that even though we may be far away, love knows no distance.
Receiving an Associate of Applied Science in Veterinary Technology, Hannah Elise Pollock.
Thank you to my family and the Vet Tech staff.
Receiving a Certificate of Proficiency, Nurse Aide, Laura Stovall.
I just want to say thank you to God first for giving me the strength every day. Also to my family, my big supporters. Thank you, Pick It Out. Thank you, John, for made it today. And my husband, who could not be here, but he gave me unconditional love and support in this process. Also, I want to say thank you to Andrea. Thank you for your guidance in this process. And it's also hard sometimes to come back in your life later on and come back into college again. So, but I'm very, very thankful for your help in this process. Thank you, everyone.
Receiving certificates of proficiency in Early Childhood Education Assistant Teacher and Early Childhood Education Teacher, Sirlenis Ramirez.
Quiero dar las gracias a mi mami y a mi papi santo. Gracias por apoyarme. Les prometo que voy a continuar con esto hasta vestir una toga negra.
Receiving certificates of proficiency in Early Childhood Education Assistant Teacher and Early Childhood Education Teacher, Carla Patricia Ramirez Barahona.
Quiero darle gracias a mis padres y a mi esposo por todo el apoyo.
Before we conclude, I just couldn't be up here without giving a shout out to Debbie Billings, my good friend. 50 years ago today, she got her high school diploma. And for 5 decades, she worked professionally. She was very successful. She was a single mom. She raised a wonderful young son, but she always wanted to go back and get an additional degree, and she did it. So she's an example for all of us. That concludes the presentation of diplomas. Would the graduates please stand? These students have met the degree requirements as prescribed by the state of Colorado and Colorado Mountain College. By the authority of the Colorado Mountain College Board of Trustees, I hereby confer the aforementioned degrees and certificates on this 6th day of May, 2023. It is our pleasure to present the 2023 graduates of the Roaring Fork Valley campuses of Colorado Mountain College. Okay. Will the graduates please remain standing for the tassel change? The tassel change is being led by Morgan Walker, who is a graduate of Veterinary Technology program and is the president of the Vet Tech Club. Morgan.
Class of 2023, turn your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
you know what? There are no more pages in this script. I'm going to have to wing it. So, as I recall, there is 1, 2, maybe 3 more things we have to do. But first of all, you really, really need to turn around and show your adoring audience your new status as graduates of Colorado Mountain College. Okay, a couple more things. Stay standing. I know, up, down, it's kind of like church. That's cool. Okay. We want to acknowledge one last person, Preston Roberts, who is a professional photography graduate and president of the Fly Fishing Club. Yeah. So Preston, come on up. Actually, Preston, stay where you are, because you are going to be one of our student marshals. So Preston was selected as a commencement marshal for 2023. So he's going to walk you out, all right? So you're going to make sure that you listen to what Preston does, okay? So I want to thank all of you for joining us today on this most remarkable day. It really is something to celebrate and to hold on to as you leave this place today. I also I was sort of befuddled in my earlier moments. I just wanted to thank my own faculty and staff for the great honor that you've just given me. Thank you very much. So here are your instructions, okay? We're going to start playing some beautiful music to exit, and our faculty and staff will certainly lead the charge, and then they will be followed by you as our students, and finally our guests along the podium. So it has been a very significant, humbling, and pleasure to be a part of your experience here at Colorado Mountain College. On behalf of all the faculty and staff of the college, I want to congratulate you on your achievement. Instructions for our guests: you'll follow our stage guests out, and you can meet folks on our beautiful patio to enjoy some refreshments and get some photographs. So I want to thank you all for being here, and go well. Godspeed.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. Every yesterday behind him, you might say he was born again, might say he found the key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road and hanging by a song. And the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. Keep changing fast, it don't last for long. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, soon the rain and fire in the sky. Shadows from the starlight, they softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. Climbed Cathedral Mountains, saw silver clouds below, saw everything as far as you can see. Say that he got crazy once, he tried to touch the sun, and he lost a friend but kept his memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forest and the streams, seeking praise in every step he takes. Well, the scientist turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. The Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it, the rain and fire in the sky. I talk to God, listen of a simple thing he cannot comprehend. Well, I try to tear the mountains down to bring a couple more people, more scars upon the land. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, seen the rain and fire in the sky. Oh, he'd be a poor man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, it's the Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire, everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain Thank you. Guys, thank you so much. That was awesome.